Nuvocargo is a little bit more kind of complex business. So could you, I guess, give us a brief overview of it before we start to dive into things in more detail?
Yeah. So again, I always assume the audience doesn't know anything about freight. So sorry if it's very basic for those of you who do. The way I describe it to, my grandma or my friend who's never heard of freight and trucking is every product in the room you're sitting in or I'm sitting in goes through a supply chain, whether it's the Apple laptop or, glasses or desks. All of these things go through supply chains. What is a supply chain? It's from the beginning, from where something is manufactured all the way to where it ends up getting shipped to its end customers or to the distributors that are going to move those products or sell those products. And so we focus on the middle mile of that process, which is when you have to move products or raw materials in what's called pallets, freight. So if it's in a truckload or less than truckload anywhere in North America, that's what we help you streamline. The business model that we started with is basically like a tech-enabled freight broker. If you guys know what that is, it's kind of like an intermediary that will go to brands like some of our customers, whether it's Home Depot or Kimberly-Clark or some of these others, and effectively tell them, I will help you move your goods on these lanes at competitive prices, and I will do it with visibility, with compliance. I'll give you the data that you need to make better decisions about your supply chain, about how you're performing. And so that's how we started. And we were really focused on the US-Mexico trade lane. For those who don't know, it's the world's biggest intercountry trade lane. It's about 50 billion of freight spent a year. It's about $1 trillion worth of merchandise being moved across the US-Mexico border. And we've since expanded to have multiple products and geography. So we do all of North America now. We move freight, if you're a customer moving a few pallets within the US or a few truckloads within the US or Canada, US, or US, Mexico, we can help you with all of that. And then we not only do executing those freight movements, we also do something called customs brokerage, which is kind of like a legal product for import export. And our let's call it my favorite product, and the one where we get to be the stickiest and most kind of reliable partner to our customers, is something called managed transportation, where they're effectively trusting Nuvocargo to run their entire freight spend for North America. And we partner with them on achieving outcomes. Like, are we spending this money competitively? Are we achieving service levels? And increasingly, that's all powered by our software and AI agents, whereas for 5 years, it was really a mix of software and humans, where that ratio of humans versus software and AI has really inverted to the point where it's really, in a lot of loads, it's 95, 97% technology, which is really, really exciting and something I didn't think was possible when we got started.